feeling the spirit of the season? We feeling the 4th of July spirit? 3 not enthusiastic boos, that seems appropriate. I do get it. I don't understand why we don't have seasons for more holidays. I think we should do that. I don't know why Christmas is the only holiday that gets a whole season. We have to be nice to people the entire month of December. Doesn't seem right. We don't do it any other time, Like if I were to get blackout drunk on October 18th while wearing a Spider-Man onesie, start throwing candy at strangers, nobody says that guy's really feeling the Halloween spirits. Last time I did that, they just said, you're ruining your uncle's funeral. So I'm not invited to family events anymore. If anyone needs a comedian for 4th of July, I'm available. Every holiday, really. I do understand, there's a lot going on in December. That's why I would say some of it. Like Pearl Harbor Day, that's in December. Sneaks up on me every year. Now I was about to sneak up on my grandpa. Oh, what are the groans? Is it too soon for a Pearl Harbor joke? Really? It's not too soon. There's a formula so you can tell when it's okay to joke about a tragedy. It's half the number of casualties plus 7. Okay, all the couples are laughing. That's good. These are age-appropriate relationships. That's good to see. I'm glad that's happening. There's a lot going on. So, my sister's birthdays are in December. Sisters, plural. I have twin little sisters. My parents always want 3 kids. So there's me, my brother, then those 2 carpooled in together. So one of them is a mistake. And 27 years later, we're finally figuring out which one. One just came out as bisexual, the other's a vegan. I'll let you guys guess which one my conservative Catholic parents love and accept. Believe it or not, it's the bi chick. Apparently, not eating animal products is more offensive to Jesus than eating pussy. It's weird Catholic logic I don't fully understand. I do agree with them, though. I do love my bi sister just a little more than I love my vegan sister. Because every time they come home, my vegan sister's like, have you tried this cruelty-free animal replacement product? I'm like, no, and I'm not going to. Sounds sad. I'll never do tofurkey. My bi sister's never once been like, have you tried sucking a dick? I'd be way more open to that, honestly. Given the choice, tofurkey and cock, there's more gay dudes than vegans is all I'm saying. At least gotta taste better, at least more real. It's real meat, That's cool. Holidays are not a big deal in my family. Like, my mom's a kindergarten teacher in all aspects of her life. She just loves making arts and crafts, designing games for kids. There was one year that the first day of spring rolls around, me and all of my siblings wake up and there's just decorated plastic shopping bags on our door full of candy and stuff. She's like, look guys, the spring fairy came to give you presents. I'm like, Mom, you don't need to invent a mythical creature to tell me you love me and give me gifts. But if you're gonna do that, I could use a few more visits from me. I'm proud of you, wizard. Really could have helped all of our developments, but here we are. Worked out for you guys. Now I need the approval of 80 people at once. That's cool. It's better than what my sisters got. They got a visit from the menstruation magi. That's an old Polish spirit who leaves a book explaining periods on your bed, a box of tampons in your bathroom, and you gotta figure it out from there. Which sucked for me, because they did not figure it out the first month, Call me old fashioned, I don't think their first period was supposed to be traumatic for me also. They're just like, why am I bleeding? I'm like, why is it in the sink? What were you doing? That's an appropriate reaction, and they're saying, you guys passed, good job. So during the day, I work an office job. We recently had, my job loves doing themed weeks to try and raise employee morale for some reason. So this last week, we had a fire drill, a tornado drill, and a mass shooter drill. In case we have the 7 plagues of Egypt happen to us, I guess. I think next week we're doing a firstborn drill. I gotta put lamb's blood over my cubicle. It's gonna be a whole thing. Not looking forward to that. But we have the mass shooter drill scheduled for a Thursday. That is my day. I work from home. I don't wear pants. It's amazing. Nothing can get me off of my couch. So my boss emails me and is like, hey, are you ready for the drill tomorrow? I'm not gonna be there. She's like, you have to come into the office for this one. Like, that sounds like something a mass shooter would say. I'm not listening to that. Seems like you're trying to trick me. Apparently it was not a test. I had to put on real pants with buttons and go into the office. And as soon as I get there, I hear an announcement over loudspeaker. There's an armed gunman in the building. Seems like they could have just said gunman, but okay. So I immediately run to my car. And as I'm doing this, one of my coworkers sees me. He's like, hey, stop, you're not supposed to go to your car. You're supposed to go to the nearest conference room and lock yourself in. There could be an armed gunman anywhere. You know, you can't just be running around the hallways. I'm like, that's true. If I try and make a break for my car, there's a 50-50 chance I will get shot. But if I go to the nearest conference room and lock myself in, there's a 100% chance I will spend my next and possibly final hours with my coworker, Megan. A woman who very proudly showed me the Mother's Day card her dog made for her at daycare. 20 minutes of that, it's like, fuck it, I'm switching sides. I'm the armed gunman now. So if I make a run for the car, it's like, there's two possibilities. Either I make it and like, look, this is a Thursday, we're getting at least the next day off. A 3-day weekend's a 3-day weekend, all right? I'm starting early, I don't care what happens. People got a little quiet on that. I mean, way more people died for Memorial Day, y'all grilled for that, right? I'm supposed to be sad because I knew some of them this time? No. A day at the beach is a day at the beach. The other option, I don't make it, and that's the worst outcome of all. But in that case, I did die doing what I loved, ignoring my coworkers and leaving my job early. Yeah, some people would risk their lives for an extra 20 minutes off the clock. That's what we're saying here. Hell yeah. So after this all went down, we had a debriefing session with a therapist in case any of us were traumatized from having a fake armed gunman run around the building, I guess. Seemed a little dramatic. Everyone was really stressed out about it. And I thought I'd lighten the mood with a joke, you know? Because my coworker was like, you're so funny, you should do stand-up. I'm like, I could never. Please don't look up my YouTube. This is highly unprofessional. I'm like, hey, you know, instead of saying armed gunman, what if we just said gun woman? Yeah, that was about the reaction I got. A lot of silence, scattered laughter. What I didn't expect is they would take that idea and run with it. I work in Waukesha. It's a lot of suburban white women. They love inclusive language. So they decided they should form 2 separate committees about how to be more inclusive about the person trying to murder us. So the last I heard, the language we were using for the announcement is now there is a person of armament in the building. A building which was constructed on Potawatomi lands. That's pending final board approval. I think they're going to add more just to make everybody feel more comfortable. So I own 4 ferrets. Look, this went pretty dark. I need to do a dumb one, okay? I own 4 ferrets, because once your hair gets this long, that's the law. For guys. For women, it's based on the number of carnival workers you've hooked up with. Different rules, same type of person. Sue's game required to own ferrets. All 4 of my ferrets are male ferrets, because this is totally true. Female ferrets, if they don't have sex for a year, they die. That is a real fact that none of you knew until this exact moment. Not very commonly known at all. Which does mean, like, at least a few times a year, someone has to bring their deathly ill female ferret into the vet. And the vet on their questionnaire has to ask these people, in all seriousness, when was the last time she got laid? 11 months ago? We ate 6 cc's of ferret dick. Stat, we're losing her. That was dumb and I had fun with this. Anyone here a fan of Harry Potter? Those 3 unenthusiastic woos are enough for me to do the jokes, so everybody else strap in. I read about Harry Potter as an adult. It's a much weirder book series than we remember. Like, we find out in book 1 that Harry Potter has a literal mountain of gold he has access to. And then we never hear about that again the entire series, you know? His best friend is known as the poor kid the entire time. Doesn't do a goddamn thing to help him for 7 books, 8 movies. Not once, alright? Like Harry Potter, it should have ended in like book 4. He should have died of a coke overdose during an orgy or something. That's a trust fund kid with no supervision. There is one monster that always fascinated me from Harry Potter. It's called the Bogarts. If you don't remember, it's a shapeshifter. It turns into whatever you fear most. And I've always wanted to meet one because I want to know what commitment looks like. Thank you guys. That's my time. You ready to keep the show rolling?